Hi everybody, this is a quick video to show you how to take through Design Space the SVG to cut a pretty bouquet vase which comes with flowers, but in this video I'm just going to show you the vase, and then in the description I will link to a different video which already talks about the flowers. There's really not that much to say when it comes to cutting them, but you get loads of instructions in the PDF that comes with your download to build them, but I'll just link to that other video in the description because the same flowers were included with the flower display boxes which are already on here and on Etsy. All the links will be in the description below. But here we have just that little bouquet vase which I've just brought in. So as usual, the first thing we need to do is convert all the lines that come in as cuts that need to be scores. And in my SVGs, they always live in that first subgroup in your layers panel. If you just click on the name of that subgroup, it's the second line down in your layers panel. It selects everything within it, so then you can go to your operations menu, click on basic cut and go down to score, and you can see that those lines have been converted now. And while they're still selected, go back to your layers panel and just click on ungroup at the top. So that's the first ungroup. Second step we need to do is to click on the layers below, click on the group below, pardon me, which contains all the coloured cut pieces and any cuts within them, and all we need to do with that one is just ungroup it. So that's the second ungroup. And then the third step is to select everything on screen, and you can either do that by clicking on the name of the group that the SVG is still in, or you can drag a box to enclose it, or you can use the select all button or Control A on your keyboard, whichever you like. But in any event, once they're all selected, just do that third ungroup. So 3 ungroups, ideally in that order: score lines, cut pieces, the whole SVG. And so now everything's a separate piece. We can attach the score lines to the individual pieces that they relate to. And the quickest way to do that, I think, is to click on canvas somewhere near a piece, drag a box to enclose it, and click on attach at the bottom of the layers panel. It's really important that you do this for individual pieces and not everything, not the whole SVG together, because if you do that you'll end up with something which is too big for your machine to cut, and you'll get a message from Design Space telling you that the project is not compatible. So I'm just going through and selecting each wall piece. That's what these are. That's the base of the box, no scores there. That is the template for cutting the florist's form, which you'll understand when you read your instructions. That's the back of the bow. That's the little bit that folds over and goes on top. That's the bit that wraps those two up, and this is the ribbon that goes around the waist of the vase itself. It folds up and goes around there. Okay, so that's everything ungrouped and attached. Let's see what happens when we click make it. So there's the little piece for the template. I've left that a different colour because I think probably you will cut that from your scrap drawer, won't you? You won't waste a nice piece of card that you're making this out of. There's the bow. That's just a scrap. I've chosen A4, but hopefully you will have some little scraps that can just cut that. These I'll put it on 12 by 12 just to start with. And we could flip those around and double them up, but I think we're going to still end up needing 3. We're going to need it somewhere to put that little piece, so I won't faff around with that too much. It's unnecessarily confusing, and I think you'll still need 3 sheets of 12 by 12 anyway. You'll definitely need 2 and a scrap. What I'm talking about is you could get hold of these and rotate them and then move other ones from a different mat onto there, say, and lock them together so you actually get more on a mat. So you could do that if you were cutting your base from something else. You could get all your walls out of 2 sheets of 12 by 12 then. So that's just by clicking on the piece and then rotating it with that symbol there. Right, we're not going to do that though. I'm just going to press cancel. And if we chose, again, they're just going to be scraps, so I'm not going to change those every time. But if we chose A3 instead, which is what I usually cut in, again, you could faff around interlocking these, but you're still going to need 2 sheets of A3 to do it. You would be able to have less wastage. Again, let's just go to this one. If you just do that, that one moves over, that one other way. You'll be able to slot it in there, and then you won't have as much wastage. You'll have a good piece of A3 left to use for another project, but you do need 2 sheets. But the thing to remember is this project can be cut all from A4 and on the standard mat. You don't have to have the long mat to do it. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to cut it because I've already got lots of these around. If you've got any more questions when you come to make it or cut it, don't hesitate to get in touch. The links to get in touch via Etsy or Facebook are in the description below. I'll also link that other video for the flowers. And if you just stumble across this video and you'd like to purchase the SVG, the link to do that is in the description below as well. Thanks a lot. Bye.